Hello, what's up, everyone? It's your boy, the Crackhead, wishing you all a wonderful day. I made a promise to somebody in the comment section that I was gonna give update on the question he asked. What is your take about the strike on Iran? Do you think Israel is doing the right thing? And when I went live earlier today, some other person, Mr. Jojan, asked a similar question about the strike Israel did last night in Tehran. One thing I want to point out is that when it comes to war, there is nothing like right or wrong. War is war. And I do not know how many of you actually saw this video in October 2024. This was when Iran struck Israel. You can see the video, series of rockets in one night. In fact, more than 300 rockets. I made an analysis about it. Most of these videos that we're showing you guys from Israel, I understand that Al Jazeera or your news agencies that are, talking about what Israel is doing, most of them are not going to tell you the truth about what is being done to Israel. But when Israel does something, they propagate it, make it look like, wow, how could Israel have done that? But then you would not actually understand why Israel had to do what they did. And before I talk about this, my friends and my followers, I'm going to say one thing. And you guys know, for those of you who have been following me for a long time, one thing you should know by now about me is that in every of my videos, I try as much as possible to be honest. It doesn't matter if it hurts. It doesn't matter if it pains. I try to be honest. And this is one honesty I'm going to give to you right now. Now, when it comes to whatever Israel does, whether they are fighting back or they're attacking, after all, they say the best form of defense is to attack. But whatever Israel does, I have no right to judge if it is right or wrong. I have no right to do that. And then you might ask, then why is it that when Israel is attacked or when people do something Israel, you talk about it? Yes, this is my home. If something is being done in my home, yes, I can say, oh, you guys effed up, you started this. But if it's Israel that starts it as an immigrant, it doesn't matter the status that I have attained in this country, it's not my place to judge or to criticize. I leave that to you people. However, I make you guys know this is what is going on, and you can judge, you can criticize, and if I like, I reply to your comment. So these rockets that were being fired from where? From Iran in October last year, there was a reason for this. And this is where I lead you to the next video, the video I made in October, asking why Jordan is supporting, because Jordan as a country also helped in intercepting these rockets you see. But before I go ahead, please guys, watch this 8 minutes video and I will come back to explain to you guys why Israel did what they did last night. I beg Baba God, I confess all my sins. If not this night I go by, just take my soul. How far my people, how na day? First of all, before I talk this news, I don't notice say whenever I make video to talk about the conflict between Israel, Hamas, Palestine, Iran, they always they flagged by Facebook. I do not understand. I do not know why Facebook keeps flagging any video I make regarding Israeli conflicts. I just don't understand. Maybe Facebook will not just want make person talk true about waiting they happen for this conflict. I don't understand, because I want talk another one. But before I talk I beg, I want make una watch waiting day my back. Now waiting will happen last night for Israel as Iran take the bombard us with ballistics, with rockets, with missiles. I beg me una just the watch, then I will come talk with you and one talk. Last night, my people, around 10 o'clock, before I go to sleep, now my girl tell me, say, wash, get ready, because it go happen tonight. I ask and say, wetin go happen? Talk say, Iran, don't promise us, say, then go fire us this night. More than 300 rockets. Say, make I dey on the alert. Say, it go happen. I say, okay, no wahala. Now they awake till 11 o'clock. I no sleep. Just dey wait for siren. 12 o'clock, night sleep come. Now I tell God, say, God, if na this night I go buy, because I know, say, if Iran, they fire their missiles and their rockets, no be moi. This one go pass the one where Hamas rockets na toy. If Iran, they fire, this one go carry weight. I beg, Baba God, I confess all my sins. If not this night I go buy, just take my soul. Now I go to sleep. I wake up this morning, nothing. The first thing where I go check, na news. And I see, say, Iran, true, they've been done fire more than 300 missiles, ballistics into Israel. But I won't let you now understand why they fire this rocket, because a lot of news don't come more CNN, and this news na Tete news. But I don't see the reason why they talk about this thing. Be say I don't see as legit Nigeria carry this news, and they no carry the correct news. I don't know where they get their sources from, but I believe say they go get them from Times of Israel or Jerusalem Post. But as you don't come out your news, I beg legit, make sure say they report them as you see. Why Iran decide fire these rockets and these missiles yesterday into Israel, or last night into Israel? Now, because say on the 1st of April, una sabi by now, say Israel still they go through war. They still they fight war with Hamas on one side, with Syria on the other side, even Yemen on the other hand. So now Iran now come enter this war. But why they enter? Because as Syria, they attack Israel, they fight Israel, they send missiles to Israel. Israel, their own strategy, they just want to locate where those missiles or those rockets they come from. Now, so Israel follow attack Syria. And where Israel attack, now Damascus, where Iranian embassy they, and then come by 7 of their officers for one Iranian something forces. No be like say now their main soldiers. Now those thugs where they keep all those Sharia laws. If woman know wear hijab properly, then go puff you. If you know keep to Sharia, now those kind forces we they talk about. No be like say now the main Iranian military force. Now those people where as Israel attack Syria, now those people buy the 7 of them. And because of that, Iran promised Israel on the 1st of April, say they go retaliate. And that retaliation then be last night. But Israel no been expect that extent of retaliation. 300. But we thank God. Because always in life, if God dey your side, even your enemy go turn, protect you. Your enemy go even turn fight for you. Jordan, where be say since this conflict, this war start between Israel and Hamas, Jordan no been support Israel. Jordan been they criticize Israel, say no, Israel no suppose do as they mean do. Say no, they proportionate. Say what Israel they do for Gaza no make sense. They no suppose fight Hamas or Palestine like this. Jordan been they criticize Israel. But last night, Jordan follow intercept Iranian rockets from landing in Israel. Is God not good? Is God not good? Jordan, where the here river Jordan, one of the enemies of Israel, follow, help, intercept Iranian missiles from entering Israel. But not be only Jordan, America follow, intercept, Britain follow, intercept, France follow, intercept, and Israel, the country itself, intercept those rockets. So guys, now waiting be happening right now. We dey wait for the second wave because Iran been talk say then go attack again. So maybe just the waiting will happen this night or from now henceforth, because they don't send those rockets. So Israel no go keep quiet too, because wetin I sabi be say Israel no be like one country where I know when enemy attack them, they go church, go pray. No, Israel na fire for fire. After all, e dey for their one of the laws of Moses, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. You know, understand what I mean? So now waiting just happen be that. Make una mind the fake news wey una dey hear. The reason Iran attack Israel now because they been already promised Israel, say they go attack. And why they been promised Israel? Because of the buying where Israel been buy 7 of their officers. But Israel no been just go buy 7 of their officers. Something been happen. Then go to buy their enemies. And in that cause, something happened. Maybe we understand, say Israel no go just sit down, just buy. Before Israel attack, something must have happened. So guys, now what may happen with that. And right now, as we now they pray for Israel, we can now understand, say Israel, they fight their battles. And I believe, say, they believe in God. Say God will help them. Because they are from the lion of the tribe of Judah. Iran, we can now they play. Now go see everything will happen. And we just want to be that. Bye for now. After watching the video I made in October 2024 as a response to the hundreds of rockets Iran fired in that same October, do you now understand why Israel did what they did last night? I'm going to read to you what the Chief of Staff, Lieutenant General Eyal Zamir, said about this strike. Breaking news. This is from Ynet News. Israeli Chief of Staff declares point of no return in military operation against Iran. In a dramatic statement following the launch of Operation Rising Lion, Israeli Chief of Staff Lieutenant General Eyal Zamir declared that Israel has reached the point of no return. Does that ring a bell? Point of no return in Lagos. In its military confrontation with Iran, we began this operation because the time has come. We are at the point of no return. We cannot afford to wait for another time to operate. We have no other choice, said General Zamir. Recent and past events of history have taught us that when the enemy is attempting to destroy us, we must not turn a blind eye. We need to fight for our existence. Freedom is given to those willing to fight for it. This source, like I said, is from Ynet News. So this is from Lieutenant General Eyal Zamir, the Chief of Staff of the Israeli military, the IDF. So if Lieutenant General Eyal Zamir is saying, we have started this, and this is why we're starting this, so who am I to say if it's right or wrong? As somebody, as a resident of Israel, I can just live here and whatever outcome, whatever impact it costs, I just have to accept it. Because again, this is not my country. I'm not a citizen. It doesn't matter if I naturalize into being an Israeli. I have no right to judge or to criticize what is being done here. However, I can let the world know this is what is going on. You are the one that is in a position to judge, because as I've always said, and I will say it again, no matter what happens, for the fact that Israel had given me freedom, access, and opportunity to live here, come on. My mom, my parents taught me better. Do not bite the finger that feeds you. But that doesn't mean that I am going to justify what isn't right. And this is not a justification. This is just me telling you guys that what Iran did in October is as a result of the retaliation that Israel did last night. And it will continue. Iran also are retaliating. They already fired about 100 drones which has been so far intercepted. So everything is according to prophecies from the Bible. We cannot change anything. Israel, as we know, is surrounded by enemy states. Yes, they have the right to exist. They have the right to fight for their own liberty and their own freedom, because no other person is going to do this fight for them. So if they say that the best form of defense is to attack, well, they just follow the playbook. They follow the rule. And after all, everybody, you watching me right now, even if you're in support of Iran, you cannot say that you haven't heard that Iran has been threatening Israel. You cannot say that Iran hasn't been threatening Israel regarding their nuclear weapon. So again, as I said in my live video, it just takes one day for somebody in Iran, it could be their general, to just press a button and that nuclear weapon goes off. And where does it target? Where would they target it? Here to this land. So in order to avoid that, so this is why Israel is doing what it's doing right now. But again, to answer your question, is it right? Do I think it is right? Well, I cannot say, because again, in war, there is no right or wrong. I understand if I was in Nigeria, if I was in Africa, if I was somewhere else and watching how this is unfolding and how this is playing out, I would also be asking the same questions you guys are asking. Believe me, I would do that. Maybe I would even, support the other countries. But again, that would be because I haven't gotten access to the right information, because the information, the news most of you are seeing are thwarted. But again, I'm not going to call those informations propaganda. You guys can do that, because when news comes out from Israel, you call it propaganda. But when you guys hear from your own sources, it is the truth. Just like what's going on in Ukraine. When news comes out from Ukraine, it is propaganda. But when it's from Russians are telling their people, that's propaganda. So again, whether we like it or not, there's always going to be propaganda. So if you're asking me if what Israel is doing is right or wrong, I can't tell you that. You, from what I have shown you so far, from the video I made in October last year when Iran attacked Israel, you be the judge of that. It's your boy, the Crackhead, wishing you all a wonderful day. Bye for now.